This first one was like the one leg of love, which is acceptance without judgment. The second leg of love is the emanation, is active love, the power of love, us blessing the universe. Again, I feel that the ancients felt that it was not only their responsibility to open to all the objects of God's creation, but it was also their responsibility to actually act as the channel of God's power to bless in an active way everything that they saw. It was part of their religion. But it turns out that this is not necessarily a religious technique. It just simply means it's us being open to our environment and us learning to give the power of positive attention. It doesn't have to be called love. Give the power of positive attention from here, from the heart, not the mind. And so this particular technique is not a movement technique of things coming to us. This has to do with us stopping and pretending that we can move the universe. So let's pretend then that we're still on our walk. We have warmed up by letting go of anxiety, okay? And then we noticed particular objects of perception, which, by the way, can be rocks or twigs or leaves or telephone poles as you're driving. Any simple object that you know is going to come up constantly is a valid visual mantra for this day, a valid object of perception. But it's movement towards us. This next technique has to do with once you feel like you've kind of gotten so that you get this intimate feeling of love, you could call it, with these tiny little objects of perception, because this happens with practice. Then you stop on your walk and you pretend you look at a particular object, you focus it with the mind, but it's not concentration, it's not difficult. And then you pretend that you could move it across the universe with your heart, or across the street, or with the power of your positive attention streaming from your heart, that you could fill it with life. And if it's a rock, you pretend that you could make it get up and walk away. And it's real power. You are really thrusting power from the heart. And if it's difficult to do, if there seems to be, oh, I can't do this, there's a resistance, then fine. Drop back to the previous technique. And open, and open, and open. The previous technique is like gathering the power. And even the previous one is like warming up the heart so that we can gather the power of love. And now this, we're starting to use the power. And so when we're successful at this, in my experience anyway, there's kind of a feeling, I'm not an esotericist. I don't see angels, I don't see auras, I see no visions, but it feels like there's kind of a cone of power leaving me. And I tend to stand up straighter. And the beautiful thing is that it's not about me anymore. It's not about how do I feel, am I relaxed? It's not about, oh, I feel really warm and sweet because these flowers or these rocks or twigs or whatever are really nice. You become the flow of love. You become the power. And it's not about you anymore. It's about you as the master of the universe in whatever manner you are capable of blessing the universe. Okay? And it's an extremely beautiful thing. And so you can start, then you're on a walk, you do this to one thing, and then you might do it to another thing that's just like that. And it's kind of like you do get stronger. So then you look at a fence post and you try to knock it over. And then you look a little further in the distance and you see a car on the street somewhere. And you pretend that it's your love, the power of your heart, that's moving it down the street. And then you look at the trees further in the distance. And finally you look at the complete horizon and you're pouring out love to the universe. As if you were capable of doing so, which you are. As if you were capable of changing the universe, which you may be. We don't know. But I'll tell you several things that I do know. First of all, is this takes the attention off of how I feel, and in a state of complete openness, I am rushing power to the universe. And this feels, when it's successful, it feels like, oh yeah, this is what we were supposed to do. I get it. I get it, you know. And so, but again, you practice on tiny little things near you, and then you move the attention outwards, and as you do so, obviously you're taking more and more into your encompassing view. So in a sense, you become able to push at the whole universe.